Hello queens. I'm back at y'all with another client tutorial, and today I'm giving y'all a step-by-step video of how I created this full glam look, and we're jumping straight into the video. I'm starting this off by cleaning my client's face. Now that her face is all clean, I'm just moving on to her eyebrows. So I'm taking my Nicka K brow pencil. This one is in the shade Black Brown, and I'm using it to outline her brows. Now that both of the brows have been outlined, I'm going to start filling in all the sparse areas, and I just like to start in the back and work my way up to the front. And then once I've made my way to the front, I like to go in with a lighter shade pencil. This just makes it easier to blend into the back, and once I have it all filled in, I just go over it with my spoolie end just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. I'm going in with my I.envy clear eyelash glue, and I'm going to be using this to lay her brow hairs down in place. So as y'all can see, I'm starting by applying a generous amount into her brows, and then I'm going over them with my spoolie just to mold the hairs down. To clean up her eyebrows, I'm going in with these two Nicka K concealers, and they're in the shades 01 and 10. First, I'm taking the shade 01, and I'm using this to clean up underneath her arch. Now I'm just going in with the shade number 10, and I'm going to be using it to clean up the remainder of the way on the top and the bottom of her eyebrows. For an eyeshadow base, I'm going in with my Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I'm going to be applying this all over her lids. I'm going in with my RCMA loose powder, and I'm going to be applying this to the front of her brows to lighten them up, and I'm also going to be using it to set some of the concealer around her brows in place. I'm going in with my Black Radiance Contour Palette in the level light to medium, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade to start off my eyeshadow look. So as y'all can see, I'm just applying it to the outer edge of her eyes using this blending brush from Shop Miss A. I'm taking this dark brown shade, I believe this comes from my Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, and I'm applying this directly in her crease. To marry these two shades together, I'm going in between them with this reddish brown shade. I believe this is my Black Radiance Press Powder in the shade Black Coffee. And I'm going to alternate between this shade and my first transition shade just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. Now I'm just going back in with that dark brown shade, and I'm reapplying it into her crease. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but my girl had fallen asleep. Y'all might as well call me the sleep doctor, the way I be putting my clients to sleep. But as you can see, the look still got completed, and I most definitely do not mind it at all, y'all. I actually prefer for my clients to go to sleep just so I can finish the look quicker, and I always wake them up when I need them to be up, and that's usually when I need to get up under their eyes. So it's no problem with me. It just lets me know that I'm real light-handed, okay? These hands got melatonin in them. Decided to deepen up her crease a little bit more by going in with some black eyeshadow. I'm going in with a little bit more of that Nars concealer, and I'm using it to open up her lids. I'm taking a matte white eyeshadow, and I'm using it to set the inner corners of her eyes. For her lids, I'm going in with this pigment from AshleyLeeCosmetics in the shade Constellation, and I'm pressing this right on top of the concealer. Now I'm going in with my Wet n Wild black liquid liner, and I'm using this to line her eyes. And for this look, I decided to do a wing. Once you're finished lining the eyes, they should look something like this. And we're moving on to the face. I went ahead and moisturized her face, so now I'm just going in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm applying this into her T-zone. I'm going in with my Nicka K concealer in the shade number 7, and I'm using it to color correct around her face before we go in with the foundation. For her foundation, I'm going in with my Fit Me foundation in the shade Spicy Brown. Whenever I'm applying foundation, I just like to start on the lower regions of the face and blend up. I don't really focus it under the eyes too much because that's where the concealer is going to go, so I don't really look for a full coverage for my foundation. When it comes to that, I really just blend it around the perimeter of my client's face, and I make sure I go around their mouth as well. To highlight her face, I'm going in with my Nicka K concealer in the shade number 3. I'm going back in with my foundation brush, and I'm going to use it to blend out all of the concealer. moving on to contour, I'm going in with my juvia'splace foundation stick, and I'm just sculpting out her cheekbones. And I'm going to have the shade name in the description box down below. Now I'm going in with this flat brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to use it to finish blending out the concealer underneath her eyes. I'm taking the excess concealer on my brush and I'm using it to clean up the edge of her wings. I'm taking my Morphe loose powder in the shade Banana Rich, and I'm using it to set the concealer in place. Now that the concealer has been set, I'm going to go ahead and set the contoured areas of her face. And to do so, I'm using my Black Radiance contour palette in the level light to medium. Now I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty loose powder in the shade Hazelnut, and I'm going to use this to set the remaining areas of her face. I'm taking some black eyeshadow and I'm using it to line the edge of her waterline, and then I'm going to go in with a dark brown eyeshadow and I'm going to use it to smoke out her lower lash line. Now I'm just going to go ahead and dust away all of the powder. I'm going in with my Morphe setting spray, and I'm just going to use it to set her face in place. I'm going to go ahead and highlight her face using my Bperfect highlighter. Moving on to her lips. It was actually her birthday, y'all, so I decided to do a red ombre lip. First, I'm going in with this dark brown cream foundation from Ruby Kisses, and I'm using it to outline her lips. First, I'm going in with this deep wine colored liquid lipstick. I believe this is from Ruby Kisses as well. And I'm applying this directly on top of the liner using this disposable lip wand. Now I'm going in with this bright red liquid lipstick in the center of her lips. This comes from Colourpop. I believe it's in the shade Creeper. I went ahead and cleaned up her lips off camera, so once I'm finished blending out the liquid lipstick, that'll be the finished look, and we'll be stepping into the grand reveal, so I'm gonna let y'all watch. Okay, you ready to see?
You did a red lip. You did a red lip.
Finally.
Ooh, it's giving like princess.
It's giving grown and sexy.
Grown and sexy.
Okay, queens, as y'all can see by my client's reaction, this tutorial was another success. As y'all know, she's gotten her makeup did so many times, and we always say we're gonna do a red lip and we never do it, but this time I was like, okay, I got you. So we ended up doing that, and I think it came out absolutely bomb. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next one. Bye bye, queens.